It's time for Timothy. Let's join Tim and his friends as they learn about what real cooperation is in Where There's a Will, There's a Way.
Jonathan, hand me a couple more nails. Thanks. Just another few whacks and the last board of the treehouse floor is in place.
It looks real good.
It's solid, too. I can jump up and down and it doesn't shake a bit.
We're gonna need a lot more wood to finish the sides and roof. I don't know where we're gonna get it all.
I can get another board from my uncle.
Me too. I know where there's another.
That's two, but we'll have to get a hold of around 24 more.
Oh, as Grandma Elsie says, where there's a will, there's a way.
My mom says easier said than done.
Look, John, we'll work something out, okay? Right now, we've got our own private place, and our projects are due tomorrow. Now we've got to decide, do we give an oral report, or make up a play, or write a report?
A play would be fun. I'll be Oliver Cromwell, Black Revolutionary, war hero.
Maybe I'll be George Washington, General of the American Continental Army.
That doesn't leave much for me, does it?
You can be Betsy Ross, but only if you knew how to sew.
Betsy Ross wasn't with Washington when he crossed the Delaware.
We can work her in some way, 'cause you look just darling in a little white cap.
Keep quiet, wise guy.
Shh, both of you. I hear something down below.
Come on, let's see what they're doing. Tim, Elmer, Jonathan, are you up there? Hello?
Yoo-hoo! Guess not.
I guess
Let's go
not.
and take a look-see.
What about the keep out sign?
Quick, throw it in the bushes.
All right.
Hey, they're coming up. We better go down and talk to them.
Ho-ho! Didn't want to answer, huh?
Well, so what? Don't you know what keep out means?
Big deal. We just wanted to see your tree house.
No way. So vamoose.
We're in no hurry. Say, it looks neat from here. You've made a really good start.
But you'll need a lot more boards, won't you?
So what?
So, I know where there's a lot of boards, just for the asking.
Where?
Well, I'd be glad to tell you
If what?
If you let Kathleen and I use the treehouse when it's done.
Oh, I know there's a catch. No way.
Not on your life. Now we've got to work on our social studies project. You two, get lost.
Haven't you finished that yet? Well, you better hurry. It's due tomorrow.
We know.
Don't forget about the boards we can get for you. Think it over.
Good riddance.
You know, maybe we should let them help supply the wood. Then we'd finish the treehouse real soon instead of waiting forever.
Let's take a vote. You're for it, Elmer. I'm against it. What about you, John?
N-O.
Well, 2-1, Elmer. No girls, no boards.
And just maybe no real treehouse.
Look, we're wasting time. This social studies project is due 9 a.m. tomorrow. Oral reports?
Too much work.
Well, the play?
Terrific, but there's no time.
Well, that leaves a written report. Boring. But we can get it done and not kill ourselves doing it. Everybody grab a paper and pencil.
Gee whiz, wish we were starting in on the play. It would have been great. And I say that this here Brown Bess is the best flintlock musket around.
Oliver Cromwell, you grizzly old bar, you're full of hot air. There ain't never anything been made that's a sure shot like my Pennsylvania rifle.
Says who?
Says me.
Are you two at it again? Break it up.
Aw, Josh, what's a little fight betwixt friends? Anyway, wrestling helps keeps us warm.
We journed this here army to fight, didn't we? And since we ain't fighting the British now, we have to go at one another.
Care to make a little bet, Josh? Just for the fun of it?
Who's got anything to bet with? Nobody around here. Haven't been paid for 6 months and everything we own's worn out. I'm getting out of this ragtag army just as soon as my enlistment's up.
You mean you're a quitting, Josh?
Dang right. One more week and I'm skedaddling. Why stay here starving, freezing, and just sitting? Why, we ain't seen hide nor hair of them British redcoats since they stopped chasing us, tail twixt our legs.
What you say is true, Josh, but I've been with General Washington since the beginning, even since Boston, and I reckon I'll stick fast till the bitter end.
What about you, Isaiah?
I don't know, but I'd sure rather be fighting than sitting. But them redcoats are summer soldiers, won't come out of their nice warm quarters in the winter, even to beat us up.
Well, bet your britches won't be nobody left here by spring. Most of the soldiers are heading out just like me by New Year's Day.
If you're right, it means the end of the revolution and our fight for independence against England. That'd be a dang shame, that's what. Hey, I think I hear a bugle blow.
What's that for? We ain't having inspection, are we?
Inspection? What for? Ain't nothing to inspect, and ain't nobody worth inspecting. But I reckon we'd better go see what it's all about.
What's that over yonder, Oliver?
Wagons. How's about that? They got through all that ice and snow. Yahoo!
Ain't that the darndest thing? The best Christmas present of all has just come. Our families.
All the way from Philadelphia. Must have been a hard, cold trip.
Come on, folks. They'll need help with the horses. Hello? Hello?
You're a sight for sore eyes, you are.
Christmas cheer to everyone.
Abigail, my dear, it's just great to see you.
I've come to take you home, Josh.
Just as soon as the new year rolls around, Abigail.
Oliver, it's so good to be here. It's been such a long time.
Too long, darling. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. Look who's here. Don't tell me it's little Daniel. Come over here, boy, and give your father a hug. That's it. Why, you're almost as tall as I am.
What's the news from Philadelphia? Them redcoats bothering you?
Some of us. They just marched in, took many people's houses over, and turned them into barracks for their own use.
And you'd best not be overheard complaining against King George's taxes.
Or whistling Yankee Doodle.
Why are we all standing around in the snow? Get along inside, every one of you.
Let's sing that song for Father that we all sang on the trip. Can we?
Oh, hush up, child. Now give us a chance to get inside. It's starting to snow again.
Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe, and drum? Oh, no, sweet maid, I cannot marry thee, for I have no coat to put on. And up she went to her grandfather's chest and got him a coat of the very, very best. And got him a coat of the very, very best. And the soldier put it on. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe, and drum? Oh, no, sweet maid, I cannot marry thee, for I have no hat to put on. And up she went to her grandfather.
Seems a sight more like Christmas now, don't it?
And here's a piece of news to cheer us. Sergeant Brown says the Reverend's coming to hold a Christmas prayer service for the troops tomorrow morning.
Praise be.
He's here at General Washington's asking. The General does what he can for us.
The general has lots of burdens to shoulder. God bless him.
Let's get the presents now, Mama.
Hold off, youngin'. Christmas Day will soon be here.
Heavens to Betsy, let's not wait. Why, you men all need the gifts that we've brought.
Share and share alike. There's gloves and socks, warm scarves, and raisin bread and spice cake.
3 cheers for the presents. Hip,
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 hooray!
hip,
Hip, hip, hooray!
Let's
Hip, hip,
get the
hooray!
merrymaking a-going. Oliver, grab your fiddle and rosin the bow. Well, get a partner and away we go.
On a mountain top, keep my horn aglow. Thought I heard a pretty girl say, yonder comes my beau. Very well, old Joe Clark, very well, I'm gone. Very well, old Joe Clark, goodbye, Lucy Long. The banjo made of gold, strings were made of twine. Only tune that I could play, wish that gal was mine. Very well, old Joe Clark, very well, I'm gone.
sent for me, General?
Come in, Oliver. I understand your family is here, so I won't keep you long. You've been with me since the beginning, and I trust your word.
Thank you, General.
And since you're an enlisted soldier, you know what's going on with the rank and file. Most of the men are coming to the end of their enlistment period by the end of next week, New Year's Day. What's the feeling? What do most of them say? Are they leaving? Are they staying?
It's a dang shame, General, but most of them are leaving.
Well, who can blame them? They're cold, hungry, and penniless, and we've been chased up and down the eastern coast ever since Boston. If they leave, our dreams of freedom from the English will be ended.
I'm sorry, General.
Well, so am I, but sorry isn't good enough. I've got one more plan in my pocket. I can't give them food or warmth or money,
What then?
but by George, I can give them something better. A rousing victory and hope. Hope for our glorious cause of independence.
Begging your pardon, General, just how are you going to do that? Ain't hair no hide of a redcoat out in these woods. They're all sitting pretty in warm houses in New Jersey and Philadelphia, miles and miles away.
Well said, Oliver. But there's the town of Trenton, right across the Delaware River, not so far away. And sitting in Trenton are thousands and thousands of Hessian soldiers, hired by King George to do some fighting for them. Best of all, there are plenty of supplies of food, ammunition, and clothes just begging to be used by us.
But how? The snow's piled high outside and the Delaware's half froze. Can't wait till spring. Almost everyone's leaving for home in a week.
True, Oliver, true. We can't wait for spring when the march would be easy, so we've got to make the distance to Trenton now, despite the cold, despite the snow, and despite the Delaware.
Is there a chance, General?
Remember the old saying, where there's a will, there's a way? I know my men have the will, and I'll show them the way. We'll all have a rousing victory for ourselves, and then the men will stay.
I know they'll give it a try, General.
Everyone will be assembled for services with the Reverend come sunup. It's then I'll address the soldiers and their families. It will be the most important speech of my life. Fellow patriots, it's not my choice to speak of war on this holy day of Christmas. We have just attended services in which we humbly ask God's blessing on ourselves, our families, and our cause of freedom. However, a great opportunity awaits us because it is Christmas. The Hessian troops are encamped in Trenton. They make too much of celebrating with song, food, and parties and excessive drinking. By dawn, they'll be in no condition and no mood to fight. That's when we attack, and victory will be ours.
Yay!
We leave today at 3 p.m. As darkness begins to cover the land, we march 10 miles to the Delaware River, and by night, we'll be outside Trenton before dawn and catch the Hessian napping. They will be cold and hard, but we are summer soldiers. We are not certainly summer soldiers. Who'll be the first to volunteer?
I'm with you, General.
And Isaiah Collins goes too.
Don't forget me.
Yay!
Count on us.
You in the red colors, your mind and hand is filled. In our valleys there is danger, and there's danger in our hills. Oh, hear ye not singing of the bugle wild and free. Oh, soon you'll know the singing of the rifle from the tree. For the rifle, for the rifle. In our hands there'll be no trifle. For the rifle, for the rifle.
What's your report, Oliver?
The men have all reached the river, sir.
Good work. Oh, my heart cries for our poor patriots, marching in sleet and snow, dressed in rags, and those without boots with rags tied around their feet, leaving bloodied footprints in the snow.
General Washington, The temperature has dropped so low since we left camp that giant ice floes have formed in the river. They'll tear the boats up and sink them, sir.
Stout heart, Hosea. We've got Gloucester fishermen manning the oars. They'll handle everything that comes their way. Soldier, take this message to commanders. Have their men board the boats without delay. Storm or no storm, we must reach Trenton before dawn, or our attack will be no surprise. If there's no surprise, no victory. Forward, across the Delaware.
Tarnation, the wind's kicked up and the current's running wild against these boats.
Pull, men, pull those oars. Bend your back to them. We're making no headway.
I've lost track of the shore, General. The snow's flying thicker than a bar's fur.
Keep our course straight on, helmsman. I can see some trees ahead. Stout heart, you Gloucestermen. Stout heart. I hope the Hessians are enjoying themselves, because before long the party will be over for them and ours will just begin.
Colonel Rawls, what a marvelous party you have given the Hessian troops.
How kind of you to say so, Lady Jean.
Yes, our British commander has made sure that the Hessians are enjoying the holidays. We are so delighted that so many ladies from Trenton are here to help us share the festivities.
It is the least that those of us loyal to His Majesty King George can do for those who fight the rebels.
Yes, we expected to be sad being away from our homeland at Christmas time, but you ladies have changed all that.
Your hospitality is exceeded only by your manners, Captain.
Before we arrived in the colonies, we thought that they were inhabited by a little other than savages and lower-class ruffians. Now we find that there are gentlefolk too.
Oh, you are too kind, Colonel Rawls. When will the war be over? Is it going to be spring or early summer?
Without a doubt, by early summer.
Does General Washington know that?
If he doesn't realize how near the end is for him and his ragamuffin army, now it will become very clear soon after the first spring thaw. We'll chase that old fox up a tree this time, and he'll be caught for good.
How many Hessians do you have, Captain Hornberger?
3,000 troops here at Trenton and 1,000 more at Princeton and Bordentown, not that far away.
And Colonel Rawls, are the troops celebrating as we are?
Yes, indeed, Lady Jean. No one is on duty except for the sentries. Each soldier has been provided with generous extra portions of food and drink.
I'll wager General Washington and his Continentals aren't enjoying themselves. And why should they, starting this terrible rebellion over a few taxes? They went too far, and now they're paying for it.
Excuse me, Colonel Rawls, a heavy sleet and ice storm has just blown in from the north. The sentries request permission to turn their backs to the wind.
I'll do better than that for them. Not even as big a country bumpkin as Washington would be fool enough to leave his camp in weather like this. Tell the sentries to leave their post and start celebrating Christmas. Ladies, shall we dance?
too bad the ladies had to leave the merrymaking because of the worsening storm.
Indeed, but I'm sure we can continue the party on our own.
Not without more festive supplies. There's nothing else to drink.
I'm sure Colonel Rawls can remedy that. Can't you, Colonel?
Indeed I can. I'll have one of the soldiers bring us another barrel full.
Ach, you know what would be wonderful now? A favorite song from our homeland. If I had a fiddle. We all know the words.
Good, I'll begin. Hold on, there's a new barrel. Fill your glasses and let's make merry with our song.
Fiddle, 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 if I had a fiddle, how I'd play. Fiddle dee and fiddle day, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. If I had a fiddle, 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 if I had a fiddle, how I'd play. If I had a flute, a flute, a flute, if I had a flute, how I'd play. Fiddle dee and fiddle day, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. If I had a flute, a flute, a flute, if I had a flute, how I'd play. If I had a trumpet, trumpet, trumpet.
Cromwell, Brown, and Collins reporting, sir.
What do you and the other advanced scouts have to report about the outskirts of Trenton?
It's strange, General. Not a Dadburn sentry around. Anywhere.
That's good luck for us. Now, where's the messenger from the other commands?
Here comes someone now.
What's happening with the troops under Prescott, Knox, and Mercer, soldier?
All clear to North Crossroads, the West Creek, and the churchyard.
God is with us. No sentries on duty anywhere. We can take the headquarters and barracks without a fight. Let's get with it. All troops go forward with bayonets fixed. Move out.
What? Who's that? I must be dreaming. Yes, a bad dream. Is it Washington?
Colonel Rawls, my apologies for having come to your party without an invitation. However, we will accept your presence, your entire stock of food, ammunition, and weapons, also the surrender of your troops and yourself.
My sword of surrender, General.
My thanks, sir. Best of all, you've given the colonies the opportunity to carry on the revolution until complete victory is ours. Your dream is over. Ours has just begun.
Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Gooden, and there we saw the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the steps, and let the girls be handy.
Yeah, a play would have been swell.
Cut the dreaming, guys. It's due tomorrow.
Yeah, we got the facts written down for the report. Maybe a play next time.
You know, that victory at Trenton was a real turning point of the war. It gave everyone hope.
The Continentals really found out. As Grandma Elsie says, where there's a will, there's a way.
We know a way.
You pest, stop eavesdropping.
Take it easy, Tim. You said before, where there's a will, there's a way. Kathleen and Maureen are giving us a way to finish the treehouse if we just say yes.
Maybe we'd better think it over, Tim. You know, if everybody, men, women, black people, white people, hadn't worked together in the Revolution, the colonists never would have won their independence, and we wouldn't be the United States now.
I don't know.
Come on, Timothy. We promise you won't be sorry.
Be a pal, Tim.
Okay, I guess so. What's the harm? If everybody shares, we can all have fun. So what are we waiting for? Let's go get those boards.
Great, Tim!
Come on, let's go.
Hooray!